Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a little bit of a project. Uh, so, I don't know if I've said this in previous episodes, but I've always planned on putting another light right here in the corner. I mean, not in the corner, right in the middle. I was thinking of like a Kessel and maybe like two smaller Kessels on each side. But obviously with inflation being as crazy as it is, I don't want to do that at the moment, but I figure I do have the other Red Sea LED that used to be in the sump right here. So we're going to go ahead and try to make a mount that'll actually fit on this little aluminum rail right here. But I have a few ideas and I just kind of go over what worked and kind of what didn't work. So the main objective is to get a light in between these two rails right here. This is the actual Red Sea LED itself. And I just want to kind of get it mounted here, just kind of as like a spotlight. I think that'd be pretty cool. So I kind of needed to figure out a way to mount this guy onto there. So my first thought was to kind of 3D print something. I just kind of wanted to make like a bar, for example. I thought that might work, but it is actually a little bit too flimsy. It's not exactly stiff enough. There's too much give. So that isn't going to work. So what ended up happening is I went to Home Depot and I found one of these little steel bars that they use for like home construction to like, nail two pieces of lumber together or whatever. Something kind of like that. But basically, we're going to go ahead and use this as the mount. So these two holes that I just drilled right here are going to be for the T-nuts that you see. These guys, and that'll be what goes into the aluminum. And then these little babies are going to be these two guys right here. And that is going to go directly to the light. So that'll pretty much be able to mount this guy right onto the middle right there without it, getting in the way of the other lights on the fixture, the Orpheks. Now, one thing to note, if you guys ever do decide to drill holes in steel, is number one, wear safety gear, and number two, maybe use some stronger equipment, because I did actually end up breaking a bit when I was drilling through. This guy was just kind of flimsy, but it's okay. The job got done. And the only other thing that I'm thinking of is, because this isn't stainless steel, it's just, I think they're just called galvanized steel, something like that. It will rust, and I'm not sure if this thing will actually rust once I actually mount it, just because it'll be so high up. 16 or so inches above the tank itself. But we're going to go ahead and take this guy out to my backyard. We have some Plastidip. I know a lot of people like to use this just to coat things to make them look just a little bit safer, just to kind of as a precaution. But we're going to paint this guy up nice and black so it's clean looking as well. And that way, it won't rust. And if there's anything else on this that's kind of not good for the tank, it'll just kind of be all sealed up. So we're gonna get to the back and we're gonna get this guy painted up. All right, and voila, here we have the Red Sea mounted. I think it looks pretty good. Nice and centered, and it kind of gives like a glowy effect right in the center, which I think looks extra cool. Just kind of looking at it, obviously does stand out since it is black, but at least the black matches. So you just have the T-nut right there. The two center screws are mounted, obviously right behind the light. And then we just have this little regular steel bar that's been painted with Plastidip, just so, in case of any kind of corrosion. But we have this guy mounted there. Like I said, this one will probably just be temporary for now. I really wanted to get a Kessel, but obviously with the times, it's just really... A Kessel is more of a want more than a need, if anything. So obviously, getting a Kessel isn't necessary. I have the Red Sea laying around, so that'll be just fine. And actually, I think it looks pretty good. It's maybe just a little bit underpowered, which is kind of annoying, but that's fine. It's just really not that bright here, even though it looks like it. But that'll be it for today. Thank you guys for watching as always. I know this is obviously just kind of a random episode, but I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.